Morning, folks. Welcome to Talent Talk. I'm your host, Gary McLean. Once again, just before we get started with our guest, I just want to remind folks about the guest co-host contest. Still going from now until November 14th. If you'd like more details, please check out the Facebook Talent Talk page, as well as the official Talent Talk website at talenttalkmedia.ca. And the other reminder, this is a live show, so please feel free to comment, say hi, ask questions, ridicule us, whatever you're feeling at the moment, and we'll kind of address it as we go along and hopefully have a good time. On that note, today's guest, he is an actor and a model. He's originally from Albania and moved to Canada with his family at the tender of the age of 13. He's been acting for about 4 years now, I believe, and he started out doing background on shows such as Fargo, Damnation, Lost in Space, Heartland, Tin Star, to name just a few, and those are all great projects, and background is a great thing to start your career off. In the meantime, in between background gigs, he's also been doing a lot of indie work scene and doing a lot of principal slash supporting roles in that side of things, including a feature film, which he's currently doing a large supporting role right now, which is filming out of Edmonton. He's also been on a couple other indie projects, such as Assassin's League, Ability to Do, Sex, Lies, and Murder, Shot Dombrowski, and a few others. He's also landed a couple commercial roles, I believe, including Boardwalk, Milkshakes, Burgers, and Fries, and Nissan. And what does he do outside of the film and modeling side of things? Well, I can tell you that he likes to box. He does some soccer. And I think his biggest role to date is playing the father of a 2-year-old daughter. So please join me in welcoming Redi Zyka. I may have butchered that, but hopefully not. So, hello, Redi. How you doing today? Can't again the technical issue. Always with the technical issues.
Hello, Gary.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for joining
How's
us
it
today.
going, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
You
How are
know
you?
your show is doing well when I had to wait 2.5 years to be in it, eh?
Right.
That's
I
how
know
big
it's
the lineup was, man.
it is,
Two
and
and
it's
a half
still a
years I had to wait to be on the show.
long line. I got to
Oh,
tell you.
thank you.
So I'm glad I could finally get you on here. That's fantastic. Um,
Thanks, man.
yeah. So what have you been up to lately?
Just working, man. Working, putting in the work. I've been doing some indie films. I finished a movie based out of Edmonton. We shot in Whitecourt. I got another role in Edmonton as a bookie. I don't want to say too much because he's still in pre-production, but and I've been doing like the short films, man. I been working with this guy Brandon Brown. He goes by 33 Visuals.
Okay.
He's an up and coming director. You know, check him out. He's really passionate and he's got the he wants to film. He wants to work. We got one coming up this Wednesday called the Albanian Eagle.
Okay. Excellent. Funny enough, I have a trailer ready for that. So we'll delve in that
How much is
into
that?
yeah, right. It's lovely how you just transitioned that in there. That was great. Um, before we
Plug,
get to it,
man.
though, maybe you can give us a little bit of um, a history on the show, how your part, how you got involved before we actually show the trailer.
Yeah, for sure. So he wants to become a boxer, and then uh, so he's kind of like a street thug. You know, he's selling drugs, and why not? He wants to get out of the street life and become a boxer, and he's trying hard, and he's aggressive character. Um, he's family oriented, but uh, the ending will be surprising for everybody.
Okay, fair enough. On
It's,
that
it's
note,
about, it's about 8 minutes short film.
8 minutes short.
So it's basically like an Albanian guy. He's in in Canada, and then he got into some bad things, and he's selling drugs and this and that. But he wants to get out and be a boxer. He's trying hard. He's training, and he doesn't want to become like his friend that got killed in the streets. And But yeah, the ending will be surprising for sure.
And was that filmed here in Calgary?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The 3 locations were filmed here. We will give a shout out to all 3 locations, and we're thankful for them letting us film there.
Awesome. Perfect. Let's give this trailer a little watch here. You know
Use the curtain though before we start.
This guy still hasn't fucking paid me. These junkies, they think they can get away with anything.
You gonna take care of him?
Yeah, man. Too much fucking 5-0 around here. I don't need this shit on my fucking hands.
Have it all. I have your money. I have all of it. No, please. Oh, please.
Woo!
That's pretty intense.
That's gonna be fire, man. I want to thank everybody who was part of it. Really, they were all great.
And how long did it take to shoot?
4 days, I believe. 3 different locations. Yeah, 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I still got some work tomorrow afternoon to do the narration. Like it's gonna be like I'm talking as my life story and whatnot.
Right.
We're gonna finish that tomorrow afternoon, and then it should be good to go Wednesday.
Okay, and that's the 21st, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the date we saw at the end there. And are you guys doing a festival run, or are people going to be able to watch this?
Yeah, we're thinking about it. Actually, yeah, we're thinking about it. I talked to Brandon, and then with this one, we did a couple more with him. I did just like a short, like a minute one. We improvised that one just on the spot, and then we did another one, Ice Blood. And this one is a bit longer, so we're thinking about putting the festivals and everything.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see what kind of attention he gets.
Right, fair enough. Speaking of Ice Blood, that's another one you just finished recently, I think, right?
Yes.
And was it done by the same guy?
Yeah,
33?
done by 33 visuals. That's how that's his stage name. But his name is Brandon Brown. His real name.
Okay. And is that another one?
He's a great videographer, man. Like he's got this thing, and then he's great, man.
Yeah.
He's fast. He films and then he goes to the editing room and he puts it out. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's
no messing around, eh?
Get the work out there.
Well, exactly right. I mean, it's one thing to put a project together. To get it finished is a totally different ball game.
These are short films, they're easier to put together. But with the full feature, then obviously it's gonna take a lot longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely, fair enough. And Ice Blood, or is there anybody going to be able to check that out relatively soon?
Yeah, it's out on YouTube.
You know what? That's right. I actually watched it.
Yeah, it's out on YouTube and it's out on my Facebook page, Brandon's page.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a short film. I think 3 or 4 minutes.
Yes, yeah. I watched it. I think when you first posted on your Facebook page. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. So it's a good one. Check it out for sure. There's a lot of good local cast in there. So in fact, yeah. A few people I know for sure. So, so let's talk a little bit about your actual transition from Albania to here. Obviously, it was when you were a bit younger, when you were 13. But do you recall the move at all, or and
Well, yeah, I remember everything.
yep, okay.
Yeah,
And-
we moved here at 13. I was 13 years old. We moved to Toronto first. We lived there for a year. I went to grade 8. I think just at the end of grade 7, and then did one full year at grade 8, and then we moved to Windsor, Ontario, because my dad's cousin was there. So he's like, okay, let's move to Windsor, smaller town, in borders with Detroit. I had a lot of fun there. I had a great time. I went to high school there.
Okay.
But there was actually not a lot of work there because like the car, like the factories, whatever, they closed because they were Detroit as well, like the Motor City, and then Windsor was in connection with them, and so yeah, there was not a lot of work, and then we moved here in 2006 in Calgary. I believe I was 18 or 19, and yeah, did different jobs here. And then speaking for the acting in 2016, I don't know, man. I just I went to work, and then somebody walked in that worked in the movie industry. Like I think it was with the lighting department. And I told my manager, I was like, I'm gonna try that out. So I went to Google. I looked up some agencies, and I called around and sent emails. And this one agency replied back, which was a huge mistake going with them. That's why I tell people all the time, be careful, because there's scammers out there. And so yeah, I had to pay money to join in, to sign up.
Right.
20% they were taking, which is unreal. 15% is the usual extra, that the agency should take. Anyways, I was with them for 2 months. I did headshots for crazy amount of money. I took an acting class for a crazy amount of money. I was like, well, this is I wasted so much money in 2 months. This is it's not working out. And they made me sign this contract for a year, and I said, I don't think this contract is legit. So I said, I'm going. They're like, well, you can't work anywhere else for a year. I said, well, we'll see. So I call up. I contacted Shauna and Helen at the time with RJ Talent, and I went and I met with them, and they were great, and I've been with them since, and very happy. And I believe you are with the same agency, right?
I am actually, yes. Yeah. No, it's Shauna's great.
Yeah, and then started doing some background, like you said in the introduction, with the bigger American shows, and then got into the speaking roles, and never looked back.
Nice.
Like I said before, like I don't mind doing background, but like I don't want to lose my opportunity to audition for a speaking role in a major show, right? Because like if you do background, then you can't audition for a speaking role for a whole season.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, and
yeah,
like you said, we kind of chatted a little bit about that before the interview, and I think it's a phase that all actors kind of go through, especially new ones kind of coming in, right? It's background is, to me, is a fantastic way to get your feet wet, get an idea, be able to watch how things.
Yeah, everyone should start doing background if they're new to the acting industry. Like background is a great way because you can see how everything works on the major shows, and it's mind blowing, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then also get your feet wet with the speaking lines and the indie side of things, and then once you built up a bit of a resume, then yeah, you hop into the whole aspect of exactly, right. You finally get your wings and you fly away. So yeah, no, I think your whole approach to it has been fantastic, and 4 years, I mean, that you're practically a baby in this industry right now. So you're doing a lot of good work, so that's good for you, man.
I like to work a lot. Like I like to put in the work and and put stuff out there. You know what I mean? Even if it's like a 1 minute film or like a 2 minute, like I would like to put my stuff out there and promote it. You know what I mean? And then get to bigger things, right? That's what I feel like. People should promote their own stuff. There's no shame in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
even
for sure,
if
man.
it's like 1 minute, even if people don't like it, you stand behind it.
Yep, no, that's fair. I'm curious though. Where does the modeling part come into all this? Did you do the modeling first, or did you go film?
I kind of did it at the same time.
Okay.
And I just started doing some TFP, like exchange for print or exchange for profile, or what is it called? Exchange for print, I believe it's called. I don't know. TFP, like the photographer, he takes photos and then he gives you 5 or 7 photos as
Right.
well. Is it exchange for print or exchange for profile? I don't know.
I'm not totally sure on the actual
Yeah.
verbiage,
I know it's
but
called
yeah,
TFP.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started doing that, and then I actually landed one, like I was in the cover of Barbecues Galore for a little bit on their official website.
Okay.
On barbecuesgalore.ca.
Okay.
And yeah, I've done some modeling here and there, but mostly I'm into the acting.
And that's your preferred direction is the acting side. I take it.
Yeah, modeling is more like for fun and stuff. It's not
Right.
I'm not with an agency or anything. I just do fun photo shoots.
Right. Thanks for that, Jan. Jan just mentioned that it's TFP, time for print.
Time for a print. There you go. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. No, that's great. So, out of curiosity, how many actual modeling gigs do you recall doing at this point?
I don't know. I can't actually remember. I've done a few photo shoots and commercials and stuff, but I can't really remember how many. Like, to tell you the truth.
Oh, that's fair.
I did a recent photo shoot, and I did another one in Cochrane with the wife, like a wedding photo shoot. So check that out. It's the photos are gonna come out soon.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm mostly into the acting, anyways. I do some modeling for fun and whatnot.
Okay. Again, I'm kind of curious. So, do you know what was actually the triggering point for you to try this out when you were like in 2016?
Man,
I know you said the guy with the lighting or whatever.
I just didn't actually go through with it till at one time. I had a couple jaw surgeries before that, and when I got my second jaw surgery, I was like, I think it's time, to try this out. And I've said this in some interviews from back home. Like I told my brother I was going to be an actor, and he laughed. So they got me upset. I wanted to do it more than.
Well, who's laughing now, right?
Yeah.
Is he all jealous now? Is that what's going on there?
When I showed him my first feature film I did in Edmonton, Shot Dombrowski, he was kind of he's like, oh, he's really doing this.
Well, that's kind of the fun part of it, right? Especially with friends and family. Is I find it kind of funny because to me, what we're doing is still pretty low key, right? We're just doing indie projects and things like that. But to like friends and family, we're like movie stars. It's like, well, no, not really. I mean, we're
Well, the way they think, is like, they get a good job, and like, don't do the movie stuff. Like I think it's a lot of actors they have the same, issue. Like, their family says, oh, get a good job, don't, I don't know that. You just got to believe in yourself and and go from there, because getting a good job and then it's good in that, but
absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. This thing is you've been on set before, man. It's like I'm obsessed with it. You know what I mean? I just want to film.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, I want to make projects and
absolutely. And I've definitely had this conversation with other people where when you go a certain amount of time without actually doing any film work, you almost get depressed, right?
Yeah, you miss it. Yeah, you miss it.
You're like, I need to get on set, and that's how I was last week when I finally got on set.
The pandemic, it was kind of slow, and then everything blew up, and I just been working.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still a bit scary though with this virus thing, but we're being careful.
Yes. I find that whole scenario interesting as well, right? Because of course on the major productions they're a lot of protocols, a lot of you need to be tested regularly, all this kind of stuff. And then you go to the indie scene and it's kind of 50-50. Well, yeah, don't worry about it, it's fine, or they're
Yeah.
following some sort of protocol. Yeah, it's
Here,
kind
have
of
a sip of my water. Huh?
yeah,
No.
right, exactly. Yeah,
No, man.
yeah. Here, yeah, I finished half my meal. You want the rest?
Share
Yeah.
my minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting right now, but well, hopefully it gets a little bit better.
Yeah, hopefully it gets a bit better. I would like to follow the rules a little bit better. With the COVID stuff, like in the indie films. But it's hard to do sometimes because
For sure. Yeah.
everyone's so close together.
Yes. Yeah. Do you recall what your first indie project was, or your first role, I guess? Speaking
Yeah,
of.
I think so. I think it was with Pyramid Productions. I think it was one of the reenactments. Two of my favorite movies of all time, Goodfellas and Godfather. We did a
Oh, nice.
reenactment of both. I was part of it. And yeah, so I think that was my first one, Goodfellas. I had the role of what Joe Pesci has in Goodfellas, Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I was kind of green. I was too green. I didn't know what I was doing. And then they gave me another role with like one line, and they gave the role to another guy. But then they got me back on Godfather. Yeah, so that was my first one ever, the reenactment.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
I had a ski mask on and everything, and with the shotgun. When I got the call, I didn't know it was real. I was like, what am I getting myself into? I went there. We went to a bar. I forget what it's called, but it's got an old school bank, like in a basement. Like now it's a bar.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then I was like, and they put the ski mask on, and they gave me a shotgun. I was like, what's going on here, man? Like, is it real? They're gonna put me in this cage and lock me in there or something?
Right. Exactly.
Well, no, it was real.
Right. Yeah. No. Totally. Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's the part of the fun.
Yeah, so that was my first one, reenactors, and then started. And then I did Private Dicks, and then started from there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I know so many people that have been involved with Private Dicks.
You got everybody on there,
right? Except me. What's going on with that?
You haven't been in there?
I haven't been on there yet. Yeah. So yeah.
Came to a finish. We only got one. I think I don't know how many scenes. I know I got to do one more in November because we couldn't finish last year because the virus. So it was winter, so we need the snow again. For during the summer we couldn't film it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I think I got one more scene in November, and it's got to be snow on the ground. But yeah, I don't know what. It's weird, man. You would play mafia guy, no?
Oh yeah, I play it all the time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of like you.
Like for sure.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like I'm kind of like you, where right? Totally. I could totally do that. I'm kind of like you, where I get typecast in those kind of roles, and I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, I like those roles, to be honest.
That's all I get. Those kind of roles, but I don't mind it, man. I love playing that kind of role. I love the antagonist. Like in the future, I would like to play some nice roles, like maybe the protagonist, like in the good guy. But I don't know. I just enjoy being the bad guy.
Yeah, no, it can be fun for sure. Good morning, Tina. By the way, I see Tina left a quick little message saying good morning. Yeah, there's been a few comments. Can you see the comments? I guess is my question.
I can't.
Is there an option on the right side of your screen to go to comments?
Just man, if I touch this thing, I'm gonna mess this up.
We'll do. Right, we'll do a mid. If you don't see it, it's fine. It's all good.
I don't want to press anything and go offline.
No, it's all good.
The mic might still be on, and I'll be swearing and stuff because I won't be able to work it.
Right? Yeah, no, it's good. Technically, we're sound right now. We'll keep it that way. It's all good.
Yeah, we're doing good. So I'll watch the comments later when we.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all good. If any questions come up, I'll let you know though for sure. Brandon does say, yeah, he like yes, ready with the big cup of coffee. Brandon Brown.
Who's that, Brandon?
Yeah.
33 visuals.
You betcha. He's watching you right now.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, let's chat a little bit more about a couple of other projects that you've been kind of involved with. Private Dicks, we've kind of touched on a little bit. How about what was the other one? Shot Dombrowski. Can you tell me a little bit about that one?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. It was a hockey movie with he's a director out of Edmonton, Tim McCourt.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my first like major speaking roles. Like I was just a replacement for another guy, and I had like 3 days to prepare. I drove to Edmonton, and the dialogue was like this big.
Little monologue. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, so we just did my scenes like right after another boom 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 boom, and it was a challenge for sure, but it made me better. Then we shot another movie with him this summer, shooting in Whitecourt, called Spearfishing. I was one of the main characters there, playing a Russian gangster, Russian mafia guy.
Okay.
So that's probably gonna come out next year. So sadly, one of the camera guys that worked on the project, he recently passed away. Him and his wife got in a horrible car crash. His name was Rob. So this movie will be dedicated to him. He was just a great guy to work with, man. Like I enjoyed every minute I worked with him. He was such a perfectionist, and then always spoke his mind. And at the end, when it was a wrap, we had a glass of wine and we talked, and he cared so much about his work. And it was just a shock when Tim sent me the email that he passed away. It was just I just met him like in August.
How recent was this?
This was 3-4 days ago, I believe.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
we have to dedicate that movie to him, man. He did great work, a great guy to work with. Always spoke his mind. Like if he didn't like something, he would tell you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he didn't mind retaking the scene, and I like that. He's like he wanted to get it right. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good movie. Like it was done right. The filming with the quality was good. So I can't wait for that one to come out and start promoting that one.
Right.
I don't know if he's gonna have a trailer out. But yeah, with Rob's passing, I don't know how that's gonna.
Well, yeah, my condolences to his friends and family. That's insane. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, not totally sure how to transition out of that one, but
I'm part of another movie in Edmonton with Brendan.
okay.
I don't know how much I can talk about that one because it's still filming. But I did one scene, so my role is as a bookie. I don't know if you've seen like on the Facebook, where he posted Brendan.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to go back in November to finish my scene. It's a cool movie, man. You'll see it. You'll see the trailer. I think that they posted the trailer already.
Okay. Probably on YouTube, I'm guessing, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another show that it seems to me I know a lot of people that have been in it.
Yeah.
But yet I have not, and that's Sex, Lies, and Murder. I know so many people who have been involved with that one as well. I'm just like, oh, I didn't even hear about it, to be honest.
Those are the same guys from the Pyramid Productions. That's Jordy, I believe his name is Jordy Day. Yeah, that's a great show, but I don't know where my footage is, man. I've been looking for it for 2 years. Huh? What's going on?
Right? You're gonna have to get the lawyers after him now.
Get the footage, man. Like it's in what's the? Oh, I forgot the name of it. Stars. I think it's Stars or.
Okay, like a website?
Yeah, it's like a channel in the US.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. The Stars channel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like I
that's
tried to get the footage because I had a speaking role in it, and I can't get it. Like it's not in Canada, and then in the US, I have friends there, and they can't seem to get it. I
right.
seen one guy got it. Like I've seen on Facebook that one guy had it, but it was in French. I don't know what. But yeah, no, they're great guys to work with, very professional.
Right. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. So you moved to Canada when you're 13. Do you still have like some friends and family that you keep in touch with in Albania?
Oh yeah, I've been back many times, man.
Okay.
I was planning to go this summer that passed, but something happened. You
Yeah.
might have heard of it.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on there. I don't know.
I
So
tried to go there. I have spoken with some people there, producers and directors from back home.
okay, nice.
To go and work, there possibly, and go on some talk shows and stuff. And I was gonna go to the U.S. as well in New York. I talked to some guys from there. But yeah, this just pandemic has just been. I can't travel. It sucks.
Yeah, for a lot of us, I think.
Like
no,
in my business, what I do for work, like winter is a bit slow, So I would like to like travel in the winter and then be back in the summer. But yeah.
right. And if you don't mind me asking, what do you do? I guess what's your?
Yeah, I did that on purpose so I can promote my business.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, my business is called Windshield Specialist. I replace windshields.
Okay,
Everything
fair
to
enough.
do with a car window.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and
All
I
right, so
recently got a dealership I'm doing here in the city. So hopefully that's good. That's great.
perfect. Yeah, no, well, I guess I know
Anybody
where to
who
go
get
for windshields.
windshield. I got a Facebook page called Windshield Specialist, and I got an actors page as well on Facebook.
Oh, so you've got multiple pages going on.
Yeah, learning them up.
It's because I created a Gary McLean Facebook page for the acting side of things. Never use it. Never use it. I don't think I've used it for probably 5 years.
Because my main Facebook page is more like family, for my family and friends and whatnot. But my Facebook page for my actors page, I just post whatever for the acting, right, or like for the modeling, like the pictures or the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's mostly what I use that for.
Yeah, fair enough.
My main Facebook page for everything, like pictures of my daughter, my wife, everything, for my friends and family.
Absolutely. Whereas I don't really do anything. I don't do a whole lot outside film, so everything is just on my main page. Friends and family can watch that. Yeah. It's funny. I do have a day job, but I don't even think I have people from work on my Facebook friends list.
No, that's good.
No, I'm just like, whatever. This is my
You
film
don't need
page.
to talk to anybody, outside of work. Yeah?
Right? Yeah, right. Exactly. So I'm just curious, like, out of the friends and family that you do have out in Albania, have they seen your work at this point?
Oh yeah, they're
sharing all that.
supportive.
And they're
the Albanian media has been very good to me, man. I don't know if you guys have seen, I posted, but I've been on a couple of interviews with two major channels actually over there.
okay.
And I've been on a newspaper article, which is one of the best ones there, I guess. Yeah, so they've been really supportive to me, and my friends and family as well.
Right.
So thank you.
Yes. Yeah, it's always nice when you get that kind of support. And have you haven't delved in out like behind the camera yet, right? You haven't done any like writing or producing or.
I did help with this one with the Albanian Eagle coming out. It was kind of my story. I presented to Brandon, but he wrote the script and everything. It's actually a biopic.
Biopic, eh?
I'm just kidding.
Well, and again, thanks again. You're giving me all the transitions, so thank you very much for that. Because you've done you've boxed before as well, right? You're a bit of a boxer.
Yeah, I've done. I trained in boxing for like a year. I do watch a lot of boxing, MMA. I'm a huge fan of the fighting. That's all I watch for sports, and soccer a bit. But yeah, I've boxed before. I've sparred. I wanted to do a amateur fight, but then life got into the way, and with the acting and with the family and with the kid, like I didn't have time. But yeah, I love boxing. If I wasn't, if acting wasn't one of my, passions, like boxing would be my second for sure.
And have you just done the training for it, or have you actually been in the ring once or twice? Aside from
I've been in the ring
film.
for sparring, people like in the but I haven't had like an actual fight. Like, I want to do like train, because you got to train at least a year, like a full year, to do an amateur fight. Because when you go to an amateur fight, people are not sparring; they're trying to break your nose. You know what I mean? So it's either you're 100% in, or because you'll get hurt if like you're not 100% in with that kind of sport.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah,
even
absolutely.
with the sparring, I got banged up, man. I was taking Tylenol to sleep.
Right?
I was hurting.
Well, excuse me. I was going to ask earlier as well. Sorry, I'll get rid of that. The hockey movie you were in. Did you have to play any hockey?
No, I was. What was I? I was the interleague coordinator, I believe it was called, the name of it. So
Okay.
I was the guy who was trying to stop, like, the main character. I was trying to stop him from playing hockey. I was like kind of the boss of the. What was his name? Yeah. Oh. So he was the main character was from a different city, like the character, and he was playing in a city, in my city there, and I was trying. Because he was like the best player on the team, and I was trying not to let him play. So I didn't actually have to play hockey, because I would have broke my ankles. I cannot skate.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I didn't have to play. I was just mad all the time and trying to stop people from playing hockey, and at the end they won and hit me with a hockey puck in the mouth.
Right. Yeah. No, fair enough.
We had to try that scene a few times. I know he was a rubber puck, but he still hurt. On the jawline, so I got hit in the eye, I got hit in the forehead, I got hit in the ear.
How many takes?
I don't know, man. A few. I think the first one was good. I don't know. They kept on doing it.
You'd probably rather get hit by a boxing glove. I take it. Yeah.
Yeah. 16 ounce.
Yeah. So do you think you'd actually get to a point where you do train for a year and make an attempt to do some amateur boxing, or you just kind of just a hobby for now?
Yeah, it's just a hobby for now. I don't know, man. I might still try it. Yeah, who knows? I might still, if I have enough time. If I get the motivation again to train full time and do it for a year, and I'd love to go in there and do an amateur fight.
Right. I mean,
you're still able to do anything, Gary.
You're still young and fit. You can do it.
I'm not about fit.
Well, when I call people fit, I tend to compare with me, and so everybody's extremely fit right now.
Okay.
So. Well, that's awesome. Have you do you foresee yourself in the future actually getting into more of, say, doing some directing, doing some writing of your own stuff, and
Yeah, for sure, man. I would like to get into that. I enjoyed this one, like with working with Brandon, like doing the storyline, and then we kind of work together, like behind the camera. I have a lot of ideas. I just gotta put them, in writing.
Yes, yeah, that's definitely the first step. That's kind of how
I have a lot of ideas. Like this was one of my ideas. I always wanted. I couldn't write the script for it. Like, I didn't know how to, and I couldn't find a director that would, that do it. But Brandon did it, and it's gonna turn out great.
Okay. And
yeah, so I think I don't know. I want to try in the future. Yeah, behind the camera for sure.
Yeah.
I enjoy the process.
And do you have a bit of an end goal as to like with the acting or anything else? Like, do you
movie star, man.
right? That's where I was going. But do you want to be a Calgary movie star, or do you want to be like a Vancouver movie star?
International.
Just international. Okay, you're
Screen,
going
man.
all in. Gotcha.
I'm going big. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna go to the States. I was gonna go back home. I'm trying to, in Europe as well, like everywhere, man.
Well, that's the great thing. Like,
I'm trying to make it big. Like I have, my dreams are big. And I like to.
right, and I think you've got a bit of a unique situation where you do have that ability to go back to Albania and build something there if you really wanted career wise, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, you've kind of got it on a couple different fronts. That's your international right there, right? So yeah, no, that's
any kind of job. You start somewhere and then you want to, be at the top, right? So even with this, I know I've done 4 years. I'm doing the indie film. I'm trying to, go big or stay home.
right. Absolutely.
I'm giving
And
myself like a timeline, man. Like, a certain age. I don't want to say, but if I don't, like, I'll start choosing my roles, better, like at a certain age. Like, because not right now, I'm taking everything they're giving me. You know what I mean?
right.
I got 2, 3 other projects, on the go, and kind of a certain, the same roles, but it is
No,
what it is. You got to keep working.
absolutely right. Yeah, especially in this industry.
I enjoy doing these roles, man. I really do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When
And
you
so
get beat up, when you get shot in the head.
so yeah, actually that brings up another question. Because I mean some of that um can be looked at as stunt work. Is that something you've looked into a bit more? Like, would you consider doing some actual like try get some
Yeah, I don't mind
stunt
doing that.
training and
Yeah, I don't mind doing it.
yeah,
Like fighting scenes and whatnot, like preferably, like I'll do that for sure.
right, yeah. And so
I've
other
done
than the
fighting scenes like with Private Dicks with Chris and the boxing and yeah, I enjoy doing that for sure.
okay, yeah, fair enough. And that kind of carries over to another question is what kind of like are you constantly doing like workshops and trying to increase your abilities that way, or are you just doing it by being on
Well,
set and doing that and
yeah, I go by like I did that before. Like I've taken acting classes, but as now I'm just learning as I go. Like in doing the indie films and whatnot, I'm learning as I go. I know what I'm open minded. I'm open to criticism. You know what I mean? But
right?
yeah, I'm just self learning. Tell you the truth. I've
And
taken the acting class. They helped me a lot actually.
yeah,
But
definitely.
my confidence comes from my peers, like the peers that I respect their opinion when they say you have what it takes to be a working actor. That's what my confidence come from. You know what I mean? When they say you're good enough to do this and then you're going to be a working actor, that's why I go there and do it. You know what I mean? That's what gives me the confidence.
Right.
Because I
No,
respect
that's
their opinion because they've been in the industry for a long time.
yeah. No, that's absolutely fair. Um, I did have another question. Oh, because you are kind of rooted in Calgary, right? You've got your family here. You've got your wife. You've got your daughter. I'm assuming it's not really a consideration at this point to make a move to say Vancouver or Toronto to try and get into those markets.
Not for the next 5 years because I bought a house.
Yep, gotcha.
But yeah, if I'm thinking about more Toronto than Vancouver if I do make the move. But yeah, I've thought about it for sure.
Okay. And is that just because that's where you kind of transitioned to from
Yeah,
Albania?
that's where I've been before. I came here from Ontario.
Yeah. So just familiarity.
Toronto is a big city, man. There's a lot of opportunity there, but there's a lot of talent as well. You know what I mean? So
There is, right? Yeah,
a lot of competition.
absolutely.
I want to get everything here. Like I want to get in Calgary in Alberta. I want to finish my work here. Get on all the projects or most of them, and then move on from here.
Okay.
In the
All right.
meantime, like if this, the borders open up and I can go in the meantime, back home or like, in the States, like I said before, and that'd be great.
Right. Yeah. And I know even for myself, like I occasionally look into the US market for filming stuff. I haven't really since COVID, but prior to that, I just don't know how like feasible that is. I'd be curious to talk to people that have been kind of in both markets and see what that feasibility is like. Because I would like to do that, like even just go down and do
yeah, for sure, man. Like it's
an indie feature or something.
That's where the big time is, man. Like I would love to go to New York for sure. Like it's up. I always wanted to, man. I just need to, but LA as well. I don't know how this visa thing works there, like for to work there or whatnot. But
yeah,
like
exactly.
You gotta have a working visa and then you got to pay taxes and whatnot. But that's a whole different story.
Complicates things, right?
Well, yeah, that's definitely like a dream come true if I can go and work there.
Right.
At least for a couple of projects, like work, start there and then see how it goes. But I have spoken to some people there. If everything goes well, and
right. I'm kind of curious how is because this is again a fairly new thing for you. How does your wife feel about you trying this whole acting thing?
She's supportive. She supports me.
Yeah.
Always behind the camera when I do the self tapes for sure.
Right, exactly. Doing the reads and stuff. Yep. Absolutely.
She's the other reader, so yeah, she knows all about it. She helps me with the technology stuff, part of it, because I kind of don't know that part.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. I was just curious because
she helps me a lot, man.
Yeah. Like I'm just curious, is she starting to get enough curiosity to maybe try it herself, or no?
Yeah, she actually wanted to get into this 24-hour challenge for like the horror film.
Okay.
But I don't think because I didn't have time this weekend to do it. But yeah, she wanted to get into that stuff, and we actually started doing one short film, but never finished it. We went to the airport, the Calgary airport, filmed there, but the audio was, not great. But yeah, she wants to do a short film.
Okay, that's very cool. That she's kind of also getting the interest.
Art, yeah, she's into art. She can draw and everything. She can paint. Like she's into art.
Oh, see, so you've already got a storyboard artist. Perfect.
Yeah. She designed my logo for my business here. I'm gonna put it out soon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's very cool. And I know your daughter's only 2-ish at this point. But is that is that something you want to maybe?
Well,
yeah.
I know you got 2 daughters, so you know what it's like.
Yes. Well, mine are much older now, but yeah. I don't have to worry about that age anymore. But the older ones come with a different stress.
I hear you. I'm not looking forward to that.
No. Me either. I'm still here. So I'm still there. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, she's great, man. Yeah, she's a handful. She's destroying everything in the house, in the new house. So I'm not really liking that, but
just keeping you on your toes. That's what kids do. Yeah, making sure you got the plugs all filled with stuff, so she's not sticking forks in there. Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously, I gotta stop talking about these guys. But have you considered Company of Rogues at all? The acting school?
I have actually. I've checked them out a few times.
Yeah,
I think they're a great school. A lot of homegrown talent here have gone there, and then they're great actors. I have, for sure.
Yeah, but you haven't taken anything yet.
I haven't, but I would like to.
Yeah, Yeah, you and I are in the same boat that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to, but just haven't done
Yeah,
it yet.
no, they seem great. They seem like they've done a lot of great work with the local actors. Like I know a few of the actors I know have gone there, and they've learned a lot, and they do great on set.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
I
No,
know,
it's
like
fun.
with everything else, like I said before, you gotta have the confidence, man. Like when they put the camera in my face, I just it's a different feeling. Like I love
Yes, absolutely.
it. And
Have you actually, before we get to this next question, I just want to, because we are actually in the final 10 minutes of the show, amazingly enough. Again, if anybody has any questions,
forever.
right? Any questions for myself or Redi, just go ahead and pop them in as we kind of wind down here.
Yeah,
And
man, ask us some questions, man. Come on.
right. But having
How
said
many
that,
views we got? Gary, is going to be the biggest one or what?
well, we'll have to wait and see like that. Honestly, it's hard to judge the live side of it. So I
Yeah.
usually wait and see how many views we get after the fact. But having said that, like, have you done any theater, or is that something you would like to try?
I have not. I have not. No.
And is it something you would like to try, or you haven't really thought about it much? Or I mean,
Uh,
obviously, right now, COVID-wise, it's kind of difficult. But
I haven't thought about. I'm more into the film than theater.
yeah, fair
But
enough.
I would like to try. I would like to try everything, man. I'm open-minded. For experience, I would like to try theater as well. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
If I
no,
have
it's
time, because having my own business and doing the acting and it's too much sometimes. It's too stressful.
well, and especially when it comes to
Too
theater,
many
because
things to
it's yeah, it's definitely more time consuming the theater side of it, right? Because then you're usually rehearsing once or twice a week.
But
For
yeah, and everything is live. You gotta remember a lot of dialogue. There's
oh,
no.
well, and
There's
that's the
you
thing,
mess
though,
up, there's another take. You just do it on the
right?
spot. So I have a lot of respect for those guys. They learn a lot of dialogue and they show up. Good for them.
But that's the nice thing, right? With film, you might not necessarily have the time to rehearse it, but with theater, you're rehearsing 2-3 times a week for 2 months leading up to the first show. So by the time you get to the show, it's ingrained in your head. So it's kind of cool that way. I know I enjoy theater as well, so
Yeah.
I haven't done it for a long time though. I really should try
Start
it
doing
again.
theater though, Gary?
What's that?
Did you start doing theater or?
I did. I haven't done it for a few years now, but yeah, I did a little bit in the beginning as well. Actually, my first acting gig was, or not acting gig, but theater gig was at Heritage Park, and
Oh
I
yeah.
played 2 roles in the Christmas thing that was going on there, and that was kind of
Cool.
fun, playing a
Cool.
Scottish sleigh rider and a German father. So that was kind of interesting.
So
Yeah,
you got both of the accents?
I attempted the accents. Key point there. I attempted the accents. Um, I'm horrible with
Attempted.
accents, though. So
I hear you, man.
yeah, it was fun though. I had a great time. It was great meeting the people, and that's the other thing I like about theater is when because you spend so much time with these people, you get to know them fairly well, and
Yeah.
they usually end up being long-term friendships, right? So
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
definitely a fun part of it.
On this movie we shot in Whitecourt, I attempted a Russian accent because people might think that we have the same accents, Albanians, but it's not. Like the Russian is different. And I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
We'll see how it comes out, man.
yeah, it's definitely a bit deeper and a bit gruffer, I think, on the Russian side.
I thickened the accent a little bit.
Yes. Again, I'm not even going to attempt it. Attempt my version of it because
Let's not do that.
I might lose the 5 viewers I have. So.
Oh god.
But no, it's theater's good. I tend to recommend that for folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, it should be a great experience. Maybe in the future I'll try it.
Absolutely. Again, as we were kind of wrapping up here, the one thing I did want to, if people want to check stuff out that you've done or kind of keep up to date on what you're doing.
Well. I have a YouTube page as well. If you just type my first name, last name, all of my work is there. All the videos I've done.
Okay.
And on my Facebook page, the same name, and my Instagram, the same name. And I know you got him down here. I see him.
Yes,
Thank
I've
you
got
for
the
that.
Instagram and the Twitter at least. But yeah, like the monogram you've got there for Instagram would work for Facebook as well, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
With Facebook, just my first name, last name.
yeah. So definitely check out what Redi's got going on, and we'll definitely see a lot of good stuff coming from him in the future. So definitely keep an
I
eye
have
out
more
for
stuff
him.
coming up, man. More stuff. I have like three different roles locked up or locked in for sure in the future.
Okay.
And yeah, so I would like to work and put out work. So hopefully people enjoy it. Thank you for the support. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
I do actually have a question from a guest, just so you know.
Totally.
And the question is, what was your favorite role that you played so far?
Oh, this one, the Albanian Eagle, baby.
The boxer. Nice. Excellent. Oh, that's good.
I always wanted because I got it to name. I got the name the movie the Albanian Eagle. So I'm really proud of that.
Right. No, absolutely. And
Yeah,
just
definitely this role, but I don't know, man. All my roles, I enjoy them. Like this one, I got in Edmonton playing the bookie. Like he, when this movie, is finished, like you guys would be amazed. Like, and the role I got in White Court, the Russian, mafia guy. It's a good character as well.
right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, for me, it's just fun to be in front of the camera. So yeah, I get it.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no,
Perfect. No, I think we can kind of wrap it up right
you got
there.
everything. Any more questions? I can answer them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll chat for a couple more seconds here, see if another question pops up. But for the most part, I think we're good to go. I appreciate you taking the time out to chat with us today,
Appreciate
this
you,
morning.
Gary. Thank you for having me, man. Like
Oh,
I said, I
absolutely.
waited 2.5 years to be in talent talk, man. Huh?
Right? I know. You were just
I think
hanging
you
on
were
there.
having
So
doubts in the beginning. You didn't want to get me in.
see,
Huh?
this way, I was
You were
just
like, who's
waiting.
this guy? I don't know him.
Right? Yeah. Well, see, I was just waiting for you to build up a bit more of a resume.
Yeah,
That's all. So
yeah.
we had more to talk about.
You motivated me. I'm like, I gotta do more work so Gary knows who I am, so he puts me in his show.
Right? Exactly. And now here we are. Worked
Thanks,
out
Rudy. I
perfectly.
appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I do as well. So I'll get you to hang on a couple of minutes after the show here. But for the folks watching, I do appreciate you guys coming on as well and saying hi
Yeah,
and
thank you.
commenting. As I always say, that's part of the reason we do this live is I love the interaction with you guys. So yeah, let's keep doing it and spread the word and have more folks come on and say hi and all
Gary,
that kind
one
of stuff.
question though. When are you gonna go to the old style when you have guests like interviewing them in front of you?
You know what? To be honest, I am looking at depending on how COVID happens here. I'm looking at possibly next season. Yeah, to do that a little bit more. It might be a kind of a mixed match next season where I do some live, in front of each other, and then
Well,
others
why
would
did
be
you
like
do that
this.
one? Interviewing, right in front of you. I would enjoy that better.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely makes sense, right? I
When I
think a
get
lot of
some
people would.
more shows in, and then we can, talk about more stuff.
Absolutely,
But I
yeah,
definitely
right.
want to do it again.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I know you got changed like twice or three times in the show, eh?
Right? I know. Well, he's also my backup host, so
See?
yeah, he's on the official website as well for the host, and yeah, he's
Well, he's definitely funnier than me. So.
well, and me. So I completely agree there. There is another question actually. How soon do you think you can go back in Albania for shooting?
Well, the thing is that I don't want to go there in quarantine for 2 weeks, and then stay for a week and then come back here in quarantine for 2 weeks. That's too much time for not working. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking like hopefully if I don't know how this it all depends with the virus thing, right? Because I was planning January, February, like going there and started talking to the directors and the producers there, right?
Okay.
It's not like I was gonna go film right away. I was gonna talk to them about the projects or and whatnot, and
Right.
then and then go back and when the filming starts and go back there. But when this movie comes out, the spearfishing, I would have liked to go there and promote it there and put it in a festival there, right?
Right.
They got a big festival there. It's called the Tirana International Festival, like in the capital city.
Okay.
I would have liked to get it in there and then go promote it and maybe go to some talk shows and stuff. But it's all a dream now because I can't travel and I can't afford to stay 2 weeks quarantined and then do all this stuff and then come back quarantine for it. So that's a month wasted, quarantining, right?
Right.
And not enough time for promoting and putting in the work. So I don't know, man. It's all in the air right now. But I would like to go in the winter because it's a bit slower for what I do for work. But there was a plan February or January next year.
Okay. Oh, that's.
I hope to answer the question, but it all depends with how things go with the COVID.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So you were just talking. Was it the Tehran International Sin Fest?
Tirana, yeah, that's the capital city of Albania. It's called Tirana International Film Festival.
Film Fest. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I'm actually waiting for notification from Tehran International Sin Fest for one of my films.
Really?
I've got it
That's
submitted
good,
in there.
man.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah.
Well, tell them you got an Albanian buddy. Maybe they'll let you in.
Right. I'll have to send them a quick email here. Go. Okay. By the way.
They haven't interviewed back as well, so I don't know. Maybe they're busy.
And she says, sorry, the person who asked the question says, thank you for the answer. She'll make her luggage ready for February. At least I think I could be wrong. I was assuming it was a her, but maybe it's not. I apologize completely if I am incorrect there. Savannah? I don't know if that's a male or female.
Oh yeah, that's the wife, man. That's my wife. She's asking questions.
See? Yes. That's good. And I apologize because, oh man, I feel bad about that. Anyway.
I think she wants to go with me. That's why she's asking me live. She wants to know.
Perfect.
She's planning to go there.
Nice, right?
Sneaky, huh?
She's ready.
I think he's laughing downstairs.
And one other comment was great to hear about your projects, and congrats and keep going, keep busy.
Thank you.
That's another comment. So we are done. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate this for sure. And next week, our guest is a gentleman by the name of Lorenzo Yerby. We'll be chatting with him. He's currently in a major feature film down in LA, and we'll hear more about that. So stay tuned for next Saturday as well.
It's never too late to start anything, man.
Never.
If somebody out there wants to go in the film, industry, it's never too late. No matter the age, you go in, follow your dreams.
Yep, absolutely, man. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Thanks again. Take care, and we'll see you next week.